director. I pull the horse over to the side, and it's just pouring rain. And I'm kind of like, all right, I'm having a good time. And I was just like, I was feeling, I'm like riding in the rain. It's great. And then it starts to hail. It literally starts to hail, which freaks out the horse. And I see a divot in the road, like a little bump. And I'm like, surely this thing sees it. It doesn't. And its front feet, it's called a flying V or a flying W or something like that. But basically, its front feet went out. And it just slid right down its neck onto the ground, and its ass went up over its head. And it's literally like, I'm looking like going, whoa, and I'm looking at the second unit director going like, and it's because there's an ass. I slide out, and it misses me by 2 feet. I mean, it completely goes head over. Straight to my trailer, cry, open up the scotch, call my kids.
It's your near-death experience.
That's a fucking wrap. Next shot's at the bar. I'm like, we're done today.
Well, it's funny because when you work on, so it depends on the project, right? Like when I've worked on big network shows, it's all so very careful about, okay, you can't touch this, you have to be so careful with that, and be careful, that knife is sharp, and they're always like watching out for you, I guess for insurance reasons too, and then when you work on a lower budget movie, like where I worked on this one movie, it was a bit lower budget, and they're like, okay, so you're in this truck, and you're gonna race it down the road, and then you're gonna slam on the brakes, and it's gonna slide out in the gravel. I'm like, okay, cool. And then so I did it, and then afterwards I'm like, wow, no one even asked me if I had a driver's license. And I kind of thought, I'm like, they should have checked, but nobody did. So it just, it depends on what the project is, right?
Absolutely.
Hi guys, thank you both for coming to Australia, and thanks for everything that you've done for us. We really like it a lot, so thank you. My question's for Jason. You seem to be focusing more on movies now and sort of moving away from TV. Is that right? Are you sort of trying to move sort of away from TV?
Yeah, I think my ultimate goal is to do movies. I mean, that's why I got in the business. I loved movies as a child, and when I finally got into them, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking stay here. But TV, I just done so much that I just, I don't know, I really enjoy both. And truth be told, Game of Thrones is an amazing TV show, and I loved being on it. And, you know, if they didn't kill me, I would still love being on it. But fortunately, they killed me. So I don't know, right now, I'm focusing my energy on directing and writing and making my own movies because I love telling stories, you know, so hopefully that's the future for me.
Hi, this question is for both of you. If you could play a superhero, which superhero would you want to play?
Well, when I was a kid and I played like the Justice League with my sister and my cousins and stuff like that, I was always Wonder Woman, and I would make my sister be like other characters that she didn't want. All the girls always want to be Wonder Woman usually when we're playing as a group, and so but I was the oldest, so I always was Wonder Woman. So I have a really rad Wonder Woman costume at home too, so I'd probably just go with the Wonder Woman.
You know, I'm not a big superhero fan. I think I'd like to be the villain. Like, I don't really think the Joker's a superhero, and neither is Bane, but I'd love to fuck with Batman, and I'd love to mess with, I mean, I'd like to be like the Penguin or someone. I don't like the good guy. I'd rather, you know, lose to the good guy, but be very flamboyant and fantastic. So I didn't really answer your question, but sorry about that.
Basically, you're just playing yourself.
Relax.
Flamboyant and fantastic.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Jason, over here. Yeah, big fan. I was just wondering what your favorite type of scotch was.
Hey, are you fucking Venom right now?
Evil Spider-Man. Or
dude, you know what?
Spider-Man.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'd do Venom. That'd be me. Sorry, back to the...
Yeah, scotch. What do you
Scotch,
like?
what's my favorite scotch? Lagavulin 16. The peaty stuff.
Hi, I
doing?
noticed that you both have very lovely hair. I was wondering, what shampoo do you use?
Oh, that's funny.
Really? You've seen my movies. You know what I can do. Okay, Jedi Master.
Go ahead.
I don't use shampoo, man.
Jason.
You've seen my dreadlocks. Yeah, I don't wash this shit.
I use the John Frieda Brilliant Brunette to keep it brunette.
Jason, being in both sci-fi and now fantasy, what do you really think this like the difference between the two, or?
Well, I think we all know what the difference between sci-fi and fantasy is, so I don't bore you with that. But I really enjoy both, to tell you the truth. I mean, I love the fact that there's really no limitations to what you can do, and it's fun as an actor because you can do things like rip a man's throat out, and you know.
Do you reckon you can do more with fantasy, or? It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, but you know, because I'm traveling to like weird planets and talking. You know, like you've seen Stargate. There's plenty of weird things that are going on, but I think I enjoy fantasy because I don't know. I think it's nice to cuddle a naked woman. You know, like you don't really see a lot of sex going on in the sci-fi world, so I'm gonna go with fantasy. I tried to get some, and but I'm gonna go with fantasy just because it's a little naughtier. Awkward. Anyone else?
Jason, I'm going back to your hair again. Is it true the stories about the Atlantis hair that you had was whiplashing you, and it was just causing all sorts of problems, and then they wouldn't let you remove it? Is that right?
Yeah. I don't like bosses. I don't like people telling me what to do. And yeah, they said I couldn't cut my hair, and so I cut my hair. And it was kind of silly because they wouldn't hire me. Ronan wasn't written with dreadlocks. He was supposed to be like a white guy with blonde hair, and I walked in and obviously changed their mind. And then when I was like, I want to cut my hair off because it was medically hurting my neck. Because I mean, you do all those stunts, you do get whiplash. It's pretty crazy. But I mean, they weighed like 6-7 pounds dry, like on your neck. And then if they're wet, it's like 13 plus. So like they were heavy. And I just had them for so long, and I wanted to cut them off. I had this really great episode that I wanted to do where I was captured and blah blah blah, and they just torture me and shave. You know, they shave me everywhere. No, it's dumb. Don't say those things out loud. You're in front of people. So and they're like, no, we don't want you to. They didn't want me to do it, and I did, and then they made me this horrible wig, which was just torture, and that's, you know, they made me wear that for a whole season, and that sucked. That's all I got.
It looked pretty real, I thought, actually.
Yeah.
It looked pretty real.
And it's funny because that thing was heavier than my hair, which this is why you should.
You shot yourself in the foot.
I shot
essentially.
myself in the fucking ass. Sorry if there's children in here. I got a foul mouth. I apologize. But we all know Australians are sailors too, so it's cool. Right, mate?
I've just got a quick question. You said yourself that you've done some interesting things in your movies. We know what you can do. And I was just wondering how you got your All Blacks T-shirt.
How I got this?
Yes, I'm a New Zealander. So
I'm absolutely obsessed with the All Blacks. It's my favorite sport. It's my favorite team. I've been collecting. I pretty much have every jersey that you can get your hands on. So I'm just obsessed with them, and that's why. And I mean, being Hawaiian, like the Hawaiians are actually called Kanaka Maoris. I'm not sure if anyone knows that, but Kanaka Maoli that's where the Maoris came from. Is from Hawaii, and so I mean, it's something that I find is really beautiful, watching the haka and playing it in their sports. And I love watching rugby union because it's like country versus country. You know, in the States, NFL is just like North Carolina versus Texas. I mean, who cares? I want to see, you know, a country versus a country. You guys get to watch the Olympics every year. So I really enjoy that and the pride in it. And yeah, like I said, I lived down here for many years, and I love it. Cheers.
Hi guys. Jason, you've obviously travelled all over the world and filmed in heaps of different places. I was just wondering what your favourite was and why?
Where are my favorite places?
I know, like where you've been filming. So you've travelled all over to film in different parts of the world.
Oh, jeez. Favorite place I've ever... I mean, I guess Morocco was really cool. I've never been to Morocco, and I went and shot Game of Thrones there. It was really amazing experience, and just the culture. I was raised in Iowa, so like I can have fun in a closet. You know what I mean? Like, so I loved. I mean, I can have fun in a closet. I'm coming out.
That's that same Stargate episode where they shave your whole body and then
Yes.
put you in transvestite clothes. You could have.
If I were to watch this, I'd be like, "What the hell
everything
is?"
you wanted as an actor in that one episode.
Morocco. Next question.
Going back to Stargate, did you guys do the majority of stunts yourself? And which stunts were your favourite to do?
I only had that one fight scene on Stargate, so that's
But she's amazing, though. She's bad. Yeah.
Thank you.
She's a badass fighter.
But you had tons of
Stuff.
Every episode,
Yeah.
you like killed someone.
I love it. I love doing stunts. It's fun. I'm a big kid, so it's and most of the characters I play, it's like speaking like Ronan he spoke through using his gun and just through action. Like he didn't need to talk like an idiot like McKay. You know what I mean? Like he handled it. You know what I mean? It's Clint Eastwood. And Conan, he speaks through his sword. You know what I mean? Drogo doesn't even speak. But yeah, I love action. It's fun.
I do too. I like it.
It's honest. It puts you in the moment. It's like doing sports.
It is. You're so in the moment.
You can't lie.
Yeah. And you can't even think about what your face is doing or what or like anything because it's just you actually are.
It's like dance too. It's like dance. Choreography. I just about ate shit. Speaking of stunts. Holy shit, guys! Really? I'm gonna be fucking up a lot of people. I go backwards. That would be horrible. I just.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
To catch you either.
Good call, everyone. Safety first. A low-budget movie. Ready? Action. You're gonna do this interview, and then you're gonna fall back and break your head open, and it's gonna be amazing.
'Cause you just said that you love doing stunts, so.
Wow. Next.
Hi.
She's got the microphone.
I was just wondering, you've done sci-fi, fantasy. What do you enjoy watching in your downtime? Do you watch sci-fi TV shows yourselves or something else?
For me, probably like two of my favorite shows are Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead. So, and then Lost used to be my ultimate favorite show, but that's not on anymore. So, I'd have to say that's actually those are the genres I'm attracted to. Yes. And you?
I love comedies. I love to laugh, so. Office. I love Arrested Development. I can watch that over and over and over again. And then, yeah, Game of Thrones, because I'm amazing in it.
Yeah.
I love watching myself be really good. How's that for ego?
Hey, Jason.
Hi.
Over. Hi. Just thought maybe you could share your memories of the fight scene with Mark Dacascos.
I'm sorry, it's hard to hear.
Share your memories of the fight scene with Mark Dacascos.